here's something that you don't hear anybody talking about really when it comes to raising children. Now we know as adults we have so many emotions that we can feel, and we know that, I mean, basically you have your ebbs and flow of life, your highs, your lows, your mediums, and some of us can deal with it healthy, some of us can't. Some of us are learning how to do it, some of us don't care to learn how to do it. To be kind to yourself, love yourself, give yourself grace. I was too busy making sure my kids had what they needed and wanted. I was too busy to really put that much effort into my health. I push my health aside for my children. Even if I'm having a bad day, rough day, I push how I feel aside so that I can focus on what my children are feeling. And that's why I would say that taking care of kids when they are like 9 and under, you know what I'm saying? It is easier because they're still at that age where they're like learning, you know. But once they get that teenage age, they get to the point where there's like, not only are they learning, but they also know things too. And it's just not healthy and safe to discredit your children for the things that they know, they feel they know, or their emotions altogether. But I don't hear this type of conversation going on online about the parent. Like, sometimes I do this, what I'm doing now. I have to just come outside. I gotta get fresh air. I gotta, get it off my chest to the Lord, because it's not easy. It's not easy dealing with my emotions and how I feel about where I'm at in life, and then to have to also deal with a female teenager emotion and a male teenager emotion, and understanding their history and where they are now. And what makes it even more difficult is I am raising them up in Yeshua, Yah, who y'all call Jesus. And I used to call him that too. But like I've said in a lot of my other videos, you live and you learn. The Bible says my people perish for a lack of knowledge. I didn't want to perish, so I started looking up more things. I just want to be on the right side, the right team, because I'm not trying to go to hell in a handbasket. And then it frustrates me a lot of times when I'm like, I want them to open up to me and just tell me how they feeling, and I can see it. It's written all over their face. It's in their emotions, their gestures. And then I have to also know that, okay, just take a step back, let them have their space. Man, in this life, you got a choice. You either deal with the people and the things that are in your life, and you trip about it, you witch about it, which would it be about it, and you just accept it as your life. Or if you see things that is going on that don't make you happy, that don't fulfill you, then you take yourself out of that situation. But at the end of the day, you still gonna have to deal with the repercussions of it. For every action, there's a reaction. So, for example, I have 0 friends and very, very minimum family. And that was by choice. I could have kept being friends with the people who I went to high school with, but I didn't feel like I was getting as much as I was giving, even if it was just a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear. And it just got so overwhelming, overbearing to have to always hear about everybody else's issues. But when it comes to me wanting to spill a little bit of mine, it's like, oh, no. They don't got time to hear that. Or they can't relate, or you just know that you're not finna get nothing from them because y'all don't have the same mindset. Yeah, I just recently had to just completely let go of 3 people. 2, I knew that it was gonna happen eventually, because again, I'm not in the business of giving myself to a person and I don't get something back in return. It's just like, no, I'm not gonna be your doormat. No, you can't walk all over me. You know, you can't use me. I'm out of the business of being used. I'm used up. There's nothing left. But this other person, it was just, when this person had came to me, right, this person reached out to me out the blue and was like, you know, I'm just checking in on you. And I'm like, oh, that is so sweet, because I got people who I've known for 20 years and they don't ever check in on me, you know? And I used to think that was cool, you know, that, oh yeah, we still friends. We don't talk every day, but we still friends. But it's funny how we friends, but we don't talk every day. Is this ambulance coming my way now? We friends, but we don't talk every day. But you got friends who you do talk to every day. And I'm like, what do a shawty gotta do to be one of those people that gets to have a person that they can talk to, you know what I'm saying, on a daily, weekly situation, without it being something, want something, you know? And I just ain't got the time for the drama, so that's why I had to let that go. But back to this chick. So the chick, you know, she talked to me and we kind of like hashed out, you know, how our lives been going over these couple of years and where we stand. And, you know, I could see that from the last time that I had spoke with her, that she was, you know, getting better with the healing game. Like she was actually getting to the point where she's getting on board with Yahuwah, where she's you know, being careful of how she presents herself out here in this world, because at the end of the day, if we ain't got nothing in common for real, like how we live in our lives, then what's the point? You know, and I'm not here for real to be the one to be trying to heal somebody and help somebody and you know, yeah, basically be the type of person that can help somebody, because at the end of the day I need help myself. So that's all I'm doing. I can only tell you what I've been doing with myself, with my children, and how my life has changed for the better with it. But so then when after we got off the, you know, the call, then I felt compelled to write her a text message and tell her like, hey yo, I really appreciate you, you know, for reaching out to me. You know, I have people that I've known for quite a few years, and they don't even do that. And just the conversation I had with you, it made me feel like you didn't want nothing from me. You just genuinely really wanted to see how I was doing. But then the phone goes silent. You don't hear from them for about a month, and then they call you out the blue for the month, and then they go ahead and spill the tea about what they really need from you. And I didn't think about it. I be forgetting about my accolades that I have and how they can be beneficial to other people. But so after they did that, I was like, oh, that rubbed me all the way the wrong way. So I was like, yep, gonna have to drop this one too. And you can tell so easily when people really don't fool with you, because it's like, okay, you call me once or text me once out the blue, and that's it. You one time, that's just like a man. If he only texts you or call you one time, he ain't really feeling you like that. And so if they ain't heard back from me, and they know that, oh, I'm supposed to be a loyal friend, I usually always answer the call. When something say, hey, let me check up on her again, because this ain't like her. But they just fall off on their own. They fall off by themselves. So and then the internet and social media, they be going so hard on a lot of people out here, like, oh, why you getting on the internet crying? Oh, why you telling all your business? Like, bro, sometimes we really don't have any human here on earth that we can talk to. At least that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, my stepmom, sometimes she good for a listening ear, man. But, you know, and then me being a believer in Yeshua, I be trying not to, like, talk smack about folks, or, you know, just tell the whole truth about them, because it might be seeming like coming off like, you know, mean or whatever like that. But sometimes the truth, I mean, we see it now. The truth is stranger than fiction, man. Like, not everybody has family and friends and work people that they can talk to, that they can trust, even if they didn't trust them. So I get it for the people who do come on the internet and, you know, cry or tell you their business. And I've said this before in plenty of other videos, like, I don't care what y'all think about me. Like, you can call me rusty, dusty, a hoe, a trick, whatever the hell you want to call me. Just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever tickles your fancy that you feel like you want to say about me. Because at the end of the day, I know that we all go through stuff. Some people put on real strong, like they ain't going through nothing. Their life is all peaches. They got it like that. But man, that's just a big example of somebody hurt in a mug. Like, folks really do be out here hurt in a mug, but they'll pretend like they not. And so I know that for a fact. So I don't care. And it's like, whatever you hear out my mouth, you either gonna talk about me or you gonna learn from me. It's your choice. But I choose to learn from the things that I've been through or the people who I've been around. And it's been about 2 weeks since I posted. I've been being a mom. My daughter had a tooth that needed to come out. I got played by the dentist. They tried to switch her with a different dentist. They wanted to put her to sleep, and I'm like, no, just numb her up. She gonna do fine. And not having a vehicle, but dealing with Medicaid. And you gotta understand, this stuff, it works on the psyche, especially from a person like me. I've been hardworking, been working my whole life, always had a vehicle. But when I get down on my luck from fooling around with the wrong ones and having to start over, that's why I am the way I am now. Like, I ain't got time for the craziness, because I done been through enough to know. So I'd rather struggle, take a couple L's, and then knowing that it's for right now, it's not for forever. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest.